Hey guys, so here is a look at the Monster Maker app. I have it on PC because I couldn't find it for my tablet anywhere because it's not available anymore, I guess. And this is a whole custom face up, so like I drew all the facial details that I put on my doll, and so I have like a drawing tablet, and you have to do like things a few times as you'll see, because it's not the best for drawing, obviously, like being used to Photoshop and stuff, but once you play around with it a bit, you can totally get it. So yeah, I just wanted to see like what it would be like and how easy it would be to actually make a face up with just your own designs, because it does have a lot of really cool designs that come on the app for the face, like the one I showed earlier, or the one I showed in my last video of the zipper face girl. So this one I wanted to make her like a patchwork circus doll, sort of. So hopefully you like the design I came up with. I figured out too that like the less lines you make, the better. Like you should never use just the pencil tool to fill in a space, because whatever pen strokes you do, the machine totally like copies that. So if it takes you, 20 strokes to fill in the upper lip, then your machine is going to do 20 strokes and you're just going to have like way too much ink on the doll head. So it's best to keep it simple and remember that, yeah, you're looking at like a head that's magnified. A couple times I tried things that were just way too detailed and there was no way it was going to show up with my Sharpie markers. If you had like a super fine tip permanent marker, like maybe you'd have better luck with that. Eventually I will get one and try it. Basically I want to test the limits of this machine. So you can see how it has certain areas where you can put like images, and it's not letting me fit the mouth on. So I wasn't actually sure what would happen, because I've never finished a doll with something in the unprintable areas. So I decided to just sort of keep it and see what happens. But as soon as you save the doll, anything that's not within the printable area just disappears. Not like just the parts that are out of the printable area, but the whole object disappears. So I ended up having to redo the mouth, as you will see. But yeah, I'm not sure if any of you saw my Instagram post about this. I just found the machine sitting at Value Village for $2.99, and I had no idea what it was. And I noticed the Monster High logo on it, and it looked like quite the machine, so I was super intrigued and and figured out that it is this crazy monster maker machine. And yeah, it's like a printer that prints your designs on a 3D doll head, which is pretty awesome. We've had a lot of fun with it. The button's pretty detailed, and sometimes I just sort of like to test out the limits, like, oh, is this gonna show up? The button eyes did not show up on the back of her head. Yeah, unfortunately this machine isn't being made anymore, and they're not supporting the app for it, and it's really hard to find any kind of replacement pieces for them. I managed to find the replacement heads actually on the Mattel service site, but they don't have the body parts or the markers available, so that's why I tried out Sharpie, and they seem to work fine. But it would be really nice to like get my hands on the actual bodies, because you can do like the forearms, the upper arms, the calves, and the thighs, and the torso of the dolls, which, I mean, you could get some pretty cool things going on. And obviously, like, I prefer the regular way of customizing dolls, you know, like boiling their hair off their bodies, and then doing a sealant coat, and using my pastels and my watercolor pencils and my paints and stuff, and making them hair. But this is a cool alternative, and it's obviously like super easy and fast. Like, I think this is the fastest doll custom I've ever just like whipped up. And she's not awful, you know, like, yeah, my other ones definitely look more realistic and cooler, but considering this was just a couple hours playing around, she worked out pretty well. So this is sort of the screen you see when it's printing, and then it lets you know when you have to switch the marker colors. And then I've sped this up because it takes a long time. I think the total printing process was like 40 minutes of me just like swapping out markers and stuff. So I'm not going to make you watch it for 40 minutes. Instead, it's on like 4 times speed. So if you want to watch this whole process, awesome, go for it. Otherwise, you can skip to the very end of the video, and I posted a couple pictures of the finished doll. I just had some extra clothes and actually an extra wig I had made for a doll, and then decided to go with a different color. So I used them to make Patches, the creepy circus doll. So yeah, hopefully you like this. I'm gonna keep experimenting with this crazy machine and seeing what I can do, and if I can get it to work on vinyl heads, what kind of markers would work on vinyl heads, because I don't think you can use Sharpie on vinyl. I think I'll have to look into that. If anyone knows, please leave me a comment and let me know. But yeah, so I will post more videos as I figure out what else I can do with this thing. So thanks for watching, guys, and check back for more Monster Maker videos in the future.